Hello, Seiiti Arata. The Ivy League productivity method was created over 100 years ago. And even though it was invented a long time ago, this method is still used by some of the most successful people in the world today. And as you know, there are many productivity methods out there. If you search online for productivity methods, you will find plenty of complete systems with automations and lists and projects and integrations. They all claim to be the missing tool for you to produce more in less time. Some people actually manage to implement these complex productivity systems. Well, they are people who can execute their tasks for the day, for the month, for the year in a pretty organized way. But there are also people who don't manage to follow very complicated applications or methods, or they simply don't want complex methods. Instead of searching for the most advanced app, wouldn't it be more intelligent to use something that has already been tried and tested for over 100 years? The Ivy League productivity method is what you're looking for. To this day, it continues to work pretty well for those who want to organize and carry out tasks in a simple and efficient way. The Ivy League method focuses on what needs to be done now. In 1918, one of the richest men in the world, Charles Schwab, employed a consultant called Ivy League to increase his team's efficiency and productivity. Ivy League asked to spend 15 minutes with every main manager, and then he said he wouldn't charge anything until the method actually worked. In the meetings with the managers, Ivy League taught this method of 6 steps to reach maximum productivity, and here are the 6 steps. Number 1, define your values and goals in your personal and professional life. Number 2, at the end of every working day, take 15 minutes to write the 6 most important things you need to do tomorrow in order to reach these goals. Never write more than 6 tasks, and always write this list in the night before. So then you can start the next day knowing what you have to do, and then you avoid making decisions in the morning. Number 3, put these tasks in the order of importance. Always do the most important task first. Number 4, when you start working in the morning, focus on the first task on the list. Forget about all the other tasks until you have finished this one. Number 5, only move on to the next task once you have finished the previous one. If you reach the end of the day without completing all these 6 tasks, well, just move the remaining tasks to the following day. And then number 6, repeat the process every day, taking 15 minutes to write the 6 most important tasks for the next day, starting with the most important one. The Ivy League productivity method is about knowing what you want from life. So every night, make a list of 6 tasks to carry out on the next day by the order of importance. And when the next day begins, you will do the tasks one by one as they're listed throughout the day. If you finish all the tasks, well done. You create another list of 6 tasks for the following day. And if you don't finish all the tasks, it's okay. Simply move the remaining tasks to the following day, and then you complete the list. So you have 6 tasks in total, always. That's it. The managers thought the method was too simple, but they decided to trust Ivy League. They tested the method for 3 months. And at the end of the test period, Charles Schwab was so satisfied with the increase of his company's productivity that he gave Ivy League a bank check that today would be worth over $400,000. The secret of the Ivy League productivity method is to manage your priorities in a simple and organized way. The Ivy League method is much more simple than other methods that are equally famous. For example, the Getting Things Done, GTD method that we already explained in the Arata Academy summary, number 11, episode 11. If you compare the Ivy League method with more modern productivity methods, you may think that just making a small list of 6 items to do is so outdated that it is not compatible with the complexity of modern life. But this is not true. By making you choose 6 and only 6 tasks to do tomorrow, the Ivy League productivity method forces you to make tough decisions. This limit of 6 means that you intentionally give up dozens of other things that you might want to do tomorrow. Those who follow this method learn to be very good at prioritizing the most important tasks. You learn to say no to tasks that do not need to be done or cannot be done now. And then you can focus all your attention on tasks that you can do. And the method also makes you focus your attention on the present. Instead of creating endless lists of future projects that depend on so many variables, the Ivy Lee method brings your attention back to what you can do now. You can watch the Arata Academy summary number 9 about the book The One Thing. It is only by focusing on the present that you can do the one thing that will help you to reach your personal, your professional goals. Another advantage is simplicity. The Ivy Lee productivity method removes all the complexities of wanting to build a super complete productivity system that aims to record every single task in your life. You can think of it as minimalist productivity. And this minimalism is also related to the tools you need in order to apply the Ivy Lee method. You will not need an automated task manager, integrated calendars, scheduled reminders, or notifications on your smartwatch. All you need is pen and paper or a notes app to list the 6 most important tasks that you have for the following day. Try the Ivy Lee method for 90 days and evaluate the impacts on your productivity. That is all you need to know about the Ivy Lee method. You might think this method is too simple to achieve any meaningful results. Now, if that's the case, remember the popular quote, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication." And try this method for yourself to see whether or not it suits your goals. I always like to make it very clear that there is no one single productivity method that suits every single person. Every person is different. Some people prefer a more complex method like the GTD. Others can reach the highest degree of productivity using more simple methods like the Ivy Lee method. The only way to find out what works best for you is trying it out. Therefore, if you are still looking for the ideal productivity method for your life, well, I suggest that you follow the 6 steps proposed by Ivy Lee for the next 3 months. And at the end of each day, write a list with 6 tasks in order of importance that you can carry out the following day. And at the start of the next day, you can do each one of these tasks one by order of importance. Only move on to the next task after you have finished the current one. And at the end of the day, if you have not finished all your 6 tasks, just move the remaining ones to the list for the following day. And at the end of this experiment, you have done at least 90 daily lists of tasks and up to 540 important tasks over this period of 3 months. Even if you only reach half this number, just imagine how much progress you have made on your projects by simply focusing on the most important tasks that you have right now. All you need to reach maximum productivity is pen, paper, and a list of 6 tasks by order of importance. If every night you decide the most important things you will do the next day and really focus on carrying out these tasks, you have completed a large number of tasks in no time. Much more than if you were listing and automating everything in a super complex productivity system. The Ivy Lee productivity method can be exactly what you need for a simple, direct, and objective way to plan and carry out the most important tasks in your life. And you can always use this method alongside other productivity methods, for example, time blocking. To know all these other techniques, I'm inviting you now to get to know our Productivity Ninja course by watching a special lesson about time management. You can go now to the link arata.se/time management.